He has been acquitted by the Supreme Court, and that seems to be the ground where the governor allegedly refused to swear in Ponmudy as the minister, Pooja.
Pramod, stay on with me because this remains the big story of the day. Remember when our chief minister saying that we need to reinduct K Ponmudy, who had been even sentenced to 3 years in prison by the Madras High Court. So there was a conviction in this case, in the disproportionate assets case in December 2023. The Supreme Court, however, temporarily suspended the conviction and the sentence, after which he immediately, the Dravida Munnetra Karagam leader, the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, said that he can now be re-inducted into the cabinet. K Ponmudy, remember, is not just another leader, and Pramod Madhav continues to be with us on that. Pramod, I'll take that question to you. Pramod, that Ponmudy has been a significant factor for DMK and as a minister as well. Stay on with me as A. Sarvanan joins me for the latest on that. He's from the ruling party. Mr. Sarvanan, good morning. At a time like this, when the governor says cannot re-induct him is unprecedented, but he's also added that the reason is that it's not that the conviction has completely been put aside, it has only been temporarily suspended. Do you think that the DMK leader or the state government should have waited a while before wanting to re-induct him again?
The governor is totally wrong here. He has not understood the legal principles, the constitutional principles involved here. He has either not understood or deliberately misapplying the law here. He does not have the power not to re-induct the minister when the Supreme Court has granted a conviction. See, the question here is this. Who can become a minister? A person who is qualified to become an MLA can become a minister. This is what the Constitution says. This is what the Supreme Court has a number of times has said. Now, Mr. Ponmudy, who was disqualified as an MLA, after the suspension of the conviction, stay of the conviction, has become qualified to become the MLA. When he is qualified to become an MLA, automatically he qualifies to become the minister. This is elementary jurisprudence. And the governor, who has got a personal axe to grind against the DMK government, and again Mr. Ponmudy, is deliberately...
Sir, that's a big charge to say that a governor has a personal axe to break with you. What personal axe would a governor of a state have against DMK?
Yes, I'll explain that. The governor thinks that the governor is aiming for higher positions. He thinks he can ingratiate himself to the BJP by giving trouble to the DMK party. This is what has happened in the case of Mr. Dabankar, West Bengal. The more obnoxious the governor is, the higher post is given by the BJP. Mr. Ravi is thinking that if he follows the same principle, he will also become somebody big. The grave point is that he is angling for the post of NSA after Mr. Ajit Doval. That is why he is doing all these things. See, this is not without precedent. Mr. Babu Bukriya of Gujarat, a BJP minister, was convicted for 3 years in a illegal mining case. Even without the suspension of conviction, he was allowed to become the minister. Okay. After suspension of conviction, he continued as a minister. When there is a president, India is a country where the rule of law prevails. Not one rule for BJP and one rule for...
Absolutely,
DMK.
It shouldn't. There has to be a protocol, there has to be a procedure. And in this case, it looks more like a political showdown as well between the DMK and the governor, who've been at loggerheads, as it appears, with a lot of comments and counter-comments against each other. Appreciate you joining us, Mr. A. Sarvanan, and we'll be keeping an eye on K. Ponmudy, if at all he'll be able to be re-inducted into the cabinet right away, or will it take some time here on.